This is Wilbur, and we're playing Mechabellum.
Welcome back to another Mechabellum Misplays. We have Orthoparaxis as our blue player with the Tarantula Crawlers, and Lokar with the Stormcaller Crawlers as elite specialist. So let's see what these players get into here. I think these players both had combat power. I think one of them was a little bit higher than the other. So these guys should have MMR, I think, now. So after a few rounds, I'll ask that question. What do you think this game's MMR is at? So we get a wall of crawlers from Lokar on this round one, looks like. Very interesting deployment. That's going to get absolutely eviscerated by these Tarantula plus Arclights. There's going to be no chance for these crawlers. But it is a Stormcaller game, so Stormcallers versus Tarantulas is always Stormcaller favored. So we'll see if any of these crawlers can survive long enough to take out our blue players' crawlers here. It looks like the left side failed, so these Stormcallers are going to go down, but the right side winning out from Lokar. I think there was the extra crawler over here. So these Stormcallers might be able to take out these two medium units. Losing one Stormcaller here, this tower is going to go down, so this Tarantula is going to survive, and Orthoparaxis is going to take this round one. We'll see if Lokar can fix up his chaff problem. Maybe some blue Arclights here would be enough. Lokar picking up the improved firepower. Orthoparaxis looking at some pretty good options here. I do like redeployment. Mass-produced Wraith picked up. Not a card you see very often. I think the Wraith just loses too much tankiness from that card. But we'll see if it comes into play this game. Looks like Lokar forgot to unlock a unit last round. Hopefully we'll see this improved firepower used. I think sometimes in the other Mechabellum misplays we've seen some people buy items and not put them on units, which is a recipe for failure. We get the Mechanical Rage picked up from Orthoparaxis, so we're going to see no new units enter the board here. I think this is a big no-no in Mechabellum. You want to use your deployments every round, so sacrificing multiple deployments for a single tech is probably not a good idea this early into the game. So Lokar did put that improved firepower system down on his Stormcallers. We get a missile that is very ineffective against the middle crawler. It only takes out half of it. But there is so many crawlers down now. Even with the Mechanical Rage, these crawlers are going to get through. Buying time for these Stormcallers to do some damage to these medium units. But Mechanical Rage does increase speed, so these Tarantulas are sprinting towards these Stormcallers. And our left Tarantula does get home, but our Stormcallers on the right with that improved firepower system taking down the Arclight and the Tarantula. But with the tower going down and this Tarantula being able to sprint, it'll be close. But wow, these Stormcallers do take it out. Maybe that improved firepower system making a difference there. So Lokar on the board in round two. Still no unit unlock. Looks like Orthoparaxis forgot last round as well. So both players making some mistakes. The Farseer picked up by Lokar from the unit drop, and it looks like the elite or level 3 Mustang picked up from Orthoparaxis. Pretty strong unit drop. Level 3 Mustangs can do a lot of work, but if he's going to deploy it on the line, these poor Mustangs have no chance in hell of doing anything. It looks like our Farseer is going to be kind of flying in with these crawlers. We do get a mass-produced Wraith flank from Orthoparaxis. I think this Farseer might find it. It does not. It targets the Mustang. So these Wraiths are going to get home here without the Farseer finding them. There's just so many crawlers in the middle of the board. Lokar is throwing all the crawlers down. I can't believe this many crawlers. It's just overwhelming, even for these units that are so efficient at clearing crawlers. Both medium units going down on the right side. Let's see if this Farseer can clean up these wraiths. Both towers are down. Our Stormcrawlers are gone. So it's just the Farseer versus the world now. One wraith going down. The Crawler is taking down the tower, saving the Farseer this round. So Lokar still managing to win despite the wraith flanks that got home. Photon Coating picked up by Lokar, and mass-produced Scorpion picked up by Orthopraxis, immediately unlocked and going for it. I think this is a pretty bad decision here. These Scorpions are pretty terrible at killing crawlers, and they're going to be frontlined here. Maybe if he had the regen tech, it might not have been as bad. We get the range tech picked up on the Farseer, but nothing to stop these wraiths from taking the free tower and destroying these Stormcrawlers, though. Once again, these wraiths are going to get home, taking out these towers. This is going to start to add up. These crawlers are going to get slowed. These medium units are going to take out all these crawlers for free because of that tower take. It looks like our Farseer is going to find the wraith first this time. With this Farseer cleaning up the crawlers, the Scorpion actually going to get a shot off here. Yeah, it looks like the Farseers are going to go down. So Orthopraxis's wraiths are making the difference here. If Lokar can figure out a way to take out those wraiths, he will be in good shape once again, though. So we have Portable Shield, Advanced Targeting System, Fortified Hacker, and Additional Deployment. I think the additional deployment slot here is very powerful. It's still early enough that you'll get your money out of there, and just getting more deployments is so good in Mechabellum. But we have Advanced Targeting System picked up by Ortho. And I don't remember. Oh, he picked up the next item, the Portable Shield, onto the... Oh my god, this Vulcan coming down in the center here is going to just eat all of these crawlers. Oh my god, it's terrible. These poor crawlers. Oh my god. That Vulcan definitely paying off this round. Even leveling off all those level 2 crawlers in one round. I think our poor Lokar is just not making enough decisions here that are going to get him to win this game. This Wraith once again taking a tower. It looks like our right side was buttoned up by a Farseer to destroy that Wraith. So we might actually see Lokar still win this despite that just horrific war crime Vulcan there, just annihilating all of those crawlers on the left side. So Lokar winning this round, buttoning up part of his flank problem. So we get a pretty big unit drop round. We get Sandworms, Fortress, Sabertooth, and Melting Point. Lokar grabbing the Sandworm. I think I would have went for the Sabertooth and just dropped it right in front of this Vulcan. The Sabertooth is more than enough to destroy this Vulcan, especially with something like Double Shot. This Vulcan needs to be addressed. There needs to be a tanky unit dropped right in front of here to protect those crawlers. Otherwise, this Vulcan is just going to keep eating so good. We get Mechanical Rage picked up for the crawlers. I like getting this tech when there's this many crawlers. I think it's not a bad idea. But this Vulcan is just sitting here waiting. It's just going to eat good. So we get another Farseer picked up to destroy this Wraith. Some crawlers coming down from Orthopraxis. He also grabs the Mechanical Rage. Wow. Did not expect that. So we'll have even footing crawlers from both players here. Our Stormcrawlers did get leveled here. We did get a level onto this Farseer. And a Sandworm also picked up for Orthopraxis. So both players getting that big Sandworm. Deploying it on the same side. I think these two Sandworms are going to find each other too, it looks like. Oh, nope, this one found the Scorpion first. So it looks like the crawlers weren't enough this round to keep those Wraiths alive, but maybe next round those crawlers will get in front of those Wraiths, protecting them from the Farseer. So in the Sandworm versus Sandworm fight, both Sandworms are going to go down pretty equally. The Tarantula's cleaning them off, but I think with the units that are left on board here, The Farseer just excels at beating down light units or medium units, so those Tarantulas did not stand a chance up against the 4 remaining Farseers, plus the elites, the 2 Stormcallers that were still up too. Orbital Jav could be quite good, I think, for both players here. Extended range Stormcaller picked up from Lokar. I think this is kind of like a meme card. Oftentimes this actually just makes your Stormcallers miss. So we get a super range set of Stormcallers. We have range enhancement plus extended range on Lokar's side. So these Stormcallers almost being able to hit tower from tower is pretty goofy. The only thing that you could boost up more, well, they actually have the scanning radar as well. So quite the range on these Stormcallers. 2 more Stormcallers picked up from Orthopraxis. I don't think this is a bad idea. There's nothing down on this board to stop missiles right now. It looks like we get a cheeky double-teched Phoenix this round. I think this is a pretty bad idea. I think even with the shield, these Farseers can destroy these Phoenixes so fast. Looking to snipe towers, though, is, I think, Orthopraxis' idea here. We'll see what happens. I don't think this is going to work. But at least it's an attempt at a tower snipe. This crawler v crawler fight is just wild in the center of the board. There's so much crawler action here, and this Vulcan just making the difference in the crawler fight. If somehow Orthopraxis could get ahead in the crawler game, let's see if the we did get the towers to be taken. So maybe these towers getting popped here, and this Farseer going down is pretty big. So this Phoenix can just chip away at all these Stormcallers here. This big Farseer though is holding the line on the right. If it can survive long enough, nope, it goes down. So Orthopraxis taking this round with the cheeky Phoenix play. We'll see if Lokar can be a little bit more efficient at addressing this flank than he was with those Wraiths initially. Otherwise, Orthopraxis might get a few more rounds out of this. Orthopraxis instantly clicking the Marksman here. And it looks like on Orthopraxis' side, he grabs the level 7 Rhino, which is absolutely enormous. That is a very big boy. High level Rhinos are incredibly strong and hard to deal with on that unit drop. So we'll see what Orthopraxis decides to do with his big Rhino. We get our Marksmen picked up. They are the answer to these Phoenixes. They also get the quick reload to help pop these shields. So it'll be interesting to see what the dynamic is here. I think, yeah, these Phoenixes do not one-tap these Marksmen. So these Marksmen should win this fight. But we'll see how it plays out. Wow, Orthopraxis picking up Photon Coating and Final Blitz for his Rhinos. I'm not sure about the Final Blitz, but I mean, this would be a fun way to end this game. Going out with an explosion. This Rhino is definitely going to kill something when it blows up. So Final Blitz, if you don't know, it once this Rhino dies, it blows up, and it deals the equivalent of the Rhino's max HP to all units in an area around the Rhino. So when this Rhino blows up, it's dealing 178,000 damage to everything around it. Nothing is going to survive that. Even these level 2 worms are less HP than that. So this Rhino will kill anything on the board when it blows up. If it blows up. I mean, it is a tanky boy. It's onto these Stormcallers. Yeah, so looks like the Marksman did win out against those Phoenixes. We'll see what watch this Rhino go boom in a moment here. There it goes. It only gets one Stormcaller. Little mini nuclear explosion, and with that I think Orthopraxis is going to be knocked out here on round 8. Oh, I forgot to ask you guys what MMR you thought this was. So Lokar, the winner, was the higher player at about 400 MMR, and Orthopraxis about 300 MMR, losing the game here. I think a better use of this Rhino would have won him the round. All he needed to do was stick it on a corner, either this corner or even this corner. I don't think it mattered too much, and just mobile beacon that guy right into the tower. It will eviscerate anything in its way. And definitely pop this tower before it dies. It's just way too tanky for this board right now. And these Farseers are going to spend a lot of time on this side, destroying these flanks that are present. So I think if this Rhino got in and killed the tower, there would have been enough time for the rest of these units to make enough headway to get that round. But after that, it would have been up to Lokar to find an answer for this Rhino. I think, Lokar relied a lot on the Stormcrawlers for his board to be successful. I think the crawler placements were pretty bad. Like you saw how effective this single Vulcan was here. If these Mustangs were further back and got anti-missile tech, I think this game would have been a lot different. Anti-missile tech on Mustangs is very efficient at stopping Stormcrawler shots. So if you get maybe 3 more packs of Mustangs with anti-missile and maybe 1 more Vulcan here, maybe just sell these Scorpions, put down another Vulcan, it'll kill all these crawlers. The Mustangs will buy time for those Vulcans to destroy the crawlers, and then you're on to that line of Stormcrawlers, which was the main issue that Orthopraxis was having. Don't discredit the Farseers. I mean, these guys are doing tons of damage, so they might have been able to clean up Orthopraxis's board here even after all this stuff died. But I think if you get in past the Stormcrawlers, you get a tower, and then those Farseers probably go down. I like the flanks. I always like seeing players use the flank, but I think the issue here was more about what was going on in the front line than the flanks. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I think the mega range Stormcrawlers were fun. 255 meters on those Stormcrawlers. I think the only thing Lokar could have did to add some more range was to get the temp range with the enhanced range button here. And that would have bumped it up another 15 meters to 270. So that would have been a lot of fun to see. Anyway, we'll see you on the next Mechabellum Misplays. Bye for now.
This video is done, but you don't have to be. Click one of these Mechabellum videos and keep watching. We got more crawlers.